We're going to see a lot of this in this area. Callbacks to films. We got the Andromeda Strain. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Let's see. JFK. And a whole bunch of X-Files. Blade Runner. Let's see. Clash of the Titans. The Time Machine and Clue. Fantastic Voyage and Top Gun. And let's see, I think I can read one over there. Ghostbusters and The Labyrinth. Ah, classics. Closet here. And book. Yes. Read story. The Heaven at the Edge of the World. Samantha Greenbriar, Grade 2. Story, The Turtle People, Part 1. Captain Allegra, I guess she never had to worry about getting allergies, looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost them at Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "Yar never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and yar father was a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" Interesting spelling. The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. Cool story, bro. That's all in here. It's like Sam was into adventure stories from a young age, even making them herself. Sam thought this might help Dad. Making friends. Aw. Never worry again about having friends to spend time. Never worry again about having friends to spend time with. This book will teach you to make friends even when you're shy.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk. But sometimes I see her in this, army uniform. And she's always drawing in this notebook. Looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Ah. So Sam has met someone who perhaps she would be interested in getting to know. The other thing we can do here, and it's more convenient in this room compared to all the others, is you can actually crouch using the control key. So here we have 2001 and The Dark Crystal, some more sci-fi and fantasy classics. More X-Files. Nothing particular in there. Fritz Wright, Fizz Wright, Ginger Ale. Another letter. August 15th, 1994. Hi, Terry. Enclosed, please find a Pioneer CLDD 703 unit with remote and cables. We need a half-page review for the October issue, so that gives you about 2 weeks to get us a copy for edit. Standard stuff like you gave us on the CLDD 502. It's a combi player, so check its CD playback with a few discs as well as the laser disc, and they want us to definitely hit the signal-to-noise ratio and toslink stuff for high-end buyers. Looking forward to your take on it. Enjoy the unit. This is the one that he started, I believe, writing a review of in his office and did not finish. candles. Matchbook, unfortunately, with no matches, so we cannot light a fire. It's kind of a shame. And I think it's just the middle of the room we need to cover now. No pizza left, although apparently it was good pizza, because you can see how much grease stain was on there. Plain mug. And coaster. Let's see down the cabinets. Come on. There we go. Bratmobile. Starting to wonder if these are just names of punk bands that perhaps Sam likes. Nothing down there. Something on Mom's old work mug. Yep, that's the Forestry Service. TV listings. Ah. Well, everyone, I want you to have a look here, and let's have some fun. In the comment section below, tell me which of the shows listed here was your favorite when you were growing up in the mid-90s, if you were growing up in the mid-90s. If not, you can still play. What's your favorite one of the ones that you've seen here so far? If you don't recognize any of them or have not seen any of them, then you are missing out on some very important Americana culture, I have to say. So, yeah, I already checked these. Yeah, I did. Alright, I think we're good for this room. Again, we'll just leave on one light here. Yeah, that looks cozy. Oh, is there a door here? Oh, no, there is no door. Okay. Just a vent. We have a note. I have to lean forward to read this one. Hey, are you the new girl, Sam? I'm Tommy. I'm at the back behind you. Wave if you get this, and write back. Hi, Tommy. Yes, I'm Samantha, and yes, I'm new. What's up? I just thought since you're new, maybe you could use a friend. I don't have a lot of friends either, and so I thought I'd ask you something if you don't mind. Do you mind? Circle yes or no. No, I don't mind. What do you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went psycho, or does it run in the family? Ouch. Well, I can understand why A, she didn't write back to him, and B, she crumpled up, tore it up, and threw it away. Okay. Next down the hallway, bunch of coupons, pens, erasers, pamphlet, the U.S. National Forestry Manual. And this belonged to Jan. Next room. What is this room? This is... Oh, the music room. I guess you might also call it the conservatory, then? Seems less of a music room. I mean, there is a turntable here, but I mean, there's also a bar here. I would maybe call this a lounge as opposed to a music room. But, whatever. It's oddly colored, but it is not something of interest. Nothing in here either. That is a lot of vinyl. Dave Brubeck Quartet. A textbook, World History. I definitely had a similarly titled book when I was in high school. Uh-oh, reproductive system worksheet. More teenage awkwardness learning about this in school. So, in case you haven't gotten your sex ed education, here's some basic facts for you. Samantha Greenbriar, Period 4, Health Class, Mrs. Myers, Reproductive System Worksheet 6, The Menstrual Cycle, a novella. The early morning of September 1st, 1939. Essa Klatz stares out at the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Wojnlun in Poland. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. As this train approaches its destination, her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube. Over the wheezing of the steam engine, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station. A whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out toward her dear Boris across the crowd. Their eyes look, and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelops him almost instantly. In the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa and, for a time, Borislav, huddle in a half-destroyed church. He is blind, his legs are missing, bandaged with torn bedsheets. Elsa's egg will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. After 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. Very interesting. So she took what was pretty much a very mundane assignment and turned it into something far more creative. And of course the comment here is that the teacher wants to speak with her, although at this point we don't know whether this is, good or bad. What's she trying to ask for? So, yeah. So the idea was to rewrite these down here. And in order to just get them in the proper order. So she did put them in the proper order, but added all this other creative stuff. Very interesting. Now this is definitely the parody of Dr. Pepper. We have Dr. Jitters. Well, I have to say, Dr. Pepper never really gave me the jitters. Probably have to drink a lot of it for that to happen. Here we have a walk-in closet with tons of more vinyl, more copies of Terrence's previous books. A letter. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave him my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit any time. Sincerely, Mary Schultz. So she did let him visit after all.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Poor Daniel's just being used at this point, it seems. More books. Oops. Nothing hidden under this stack. It really is just those books. Okay. It's down here in the bar. Ah. Lighting. Vodka. Okay. Put that up here. And more Irish whiskey. Another copy of his second book and a letter. March 8th, 1976. Dear Mr. Greenbriar, I write to inform you that, unfortunately, Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Donald Phipps, publisher of Mercury Books, Inc. So he did, even though he did get his book published, and Caitlin seemed to enjoy it, it may not appear to have sold very well, and neither did the second book. So there might be a lot of frustration there, especially given the fact that there are now shot glasses on the floor. Play one of the records here.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd be through.
Can't get down here.
Now that it's happened, I just can't believe it's true.
I thought there might be something hidden in the vinyl here, but maybe I'm mistaken, because I don't think anything's really standing out. And of course we can always come back.
Voodoo, mildew, and shandu.
Why, Daddy, I didn't know you were.
I'm right here looking.
Okay. Yeah. That was a bit harsh. Could have just turned it off and let it slow down. At least then it would be more funny than ear piercing. Anyway, sorry about that. Let's leave, as usual, our one light on. And we're near the end of the hallway here. Long last. Crumpled up paper says, Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic, and then she scratched it up. And sure enough, the attic is actually going to be our endpoint here. The rest of accessing the house is really to be able to access that particular place. Lip balm. Some dice. Hey, I rolled a 2. Read note. Katie, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Okay, so here's the note she wrote instead. Just some highlighters. More junk. A note. Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Write back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Sixth? Oh, sixth period is probably what she means. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm going to kick your butt. Get ready. And, yep, that's someone getting Hadoukened in the face.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Sounds like someone perhaps has made a new friend. Ah, locked. We must find the key. Oh, we forgot to go into that top drawer here, so let's go ahead and do that. Did I remember this right? Let's find out. 0, 4, 5, 1. Hey, I remembered it. That's lucky. Okay. Document. Dear Mr. Mason, please find and enclose your original document and typed copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important letter. It's from an attorney. Will and Testament. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after full survey of valued items to my name, do hereby declare this document my last will and testament. The following shall hold true upon my passing. Number 1. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name, to any creditors living or dead. I do hereby bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts, to my nephew, Terrence L. Greenbriar, Jr. of Ellis County. In the event that said Terrence L. Greenbriar, Jr. should predecease me, then and in such event the bequest to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children as ordered by age and competence as stewards of the estate. I subscribe my name to this will this 13th day of August, 1973, signed Oscar Mason. And here it is, actually in his handwriting. So now we know pretty conclusively how the family arrived here. Uncle Oscar passed away and left everything to his nephew, who then took possession of the house and moved his family. So far that's that corridor finished. Let's see what's going on the other side. Regional track and field to Caitlin Greenbriar. So we're an athlete, it seems. Let's see, made in Mexico. Looks like a Day of the Dead decoration. Let's turn on the lights here. Nothing else. Oh, wait a minute. We have cabinets. We can check. And I will say this. It's kind of clever what they did in terms of the story here, because we're playing, you know, a member, technically. I mean, she really is a member of this family. So, you know, normally with the adventuring trope of someone, you know, rifling through the house, you'd think, you know, why should Caitlin be, you know, ransacking her own family's home? But she's been away for a year in the story and has not been here And so it actually does kind of make sense, getting home and having no one at home, that she would be ransacking the house trying to find out what happened. And, you know, the phone line doesn't work, and this is the 90s, so there's no cell phones. So it creates, you know, a relatively realistic situation, I think. Okay, I think it's just this letter in here. Dear Jan, it's so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. Remember the little dorm room we shared freshman year, when we were miserable, fantasizing about our dream homes? I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look who got both. Somebody up there likes you. I could use some of that magic. Send me some lotto numbers. I'll play them. Seriously. But I shouldn't be complaining about this good old split level we've had since Bob got transferred to Winnipeg. We just got new vinyl siding. Jealous yet? Let me know if you're over... let me know if you ever want to trade places. So how are the girls doing? Has Katie left on her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous. Right back soon. I miss you, Rumi. Carol. Yeah, I already checked those. Ah, this is locked as well. Oh, so nothing to it. Gotta go upstairs. See what's down here. Empty. Empty. And again, that actually kind of makes sense since they've only been here for a while. Even if it's been maybe a year since they moved or something like that, there could still be places where they haven't really put anything yet. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone County over the better part of next week as part of the Forestry Service run controlled burn of overgrowth sections of the Flintlock National Forest. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly into Thursday, depending on speed of progress, according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing dead and overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the Forestry Service and firefighting personnel involved, said senior conservationist Janice Greenbriar. Smoke will likely linger in the area throughout the following weekend. So, Mom got her name in the papers. Personal calendar. Monday, couples bowling. Wednesday, cooking class, take apron. Friday, ballroom dancing. Couples bowling, cooking class, same thing over and over again. And then cook the big meal for Terry and Sam. Huh. Cook the big meal for Terry and Sam. Wonder what that's all about. Form here. Notice of temporary personnel transfer. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest, effective September 2nd, 1994. Please see attached personnel file. The overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, Senior Conservationist Janice Greenbriar, is charged with the supervision of transferred personnel. The duration of transfer will be based upon performance evaluation as well as recommendation of the overseeing officer. So it seems like while the father has been struggling with trying to make it as a writer, the mother has been doing pretty well in the Forestry Service. Been given a lot of responsibility, it seems. Nothing there. What's this? Ah. The Bratmobiles again, with an album called Potty Mouth. For Sam. So perhaps Lonnie gave this to her. I love how it comes open like that. And then, whoop, you can put it right back, just like that.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
I think someone's got a crush. Let's see. Oops. Oh, we can just pull this out. Read sternly worded letter. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbriar, am 17 years old, and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. You're saying this as a person with no job who lives at their parents' house. Anyway, the fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only three years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own like a human being, and since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter, Samantha. Oof. It's getting ugly. Sam, stop leaving every damn light in the house on. You're as bad as your sister. Oops. Daniel called. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. Poor Daniel. Even if he is weird. Of course, we just have Sam's word on that. We don't know really if he's weird or not. We haven't met him. And unfortunately, we don't really in this game. Caution, radiation area, keep out. I'm going to guess that that's Sam's room. And we'll actually hold off on going in there for now. Again, danger. It's like she doesn't want us in there or something. Now there's another backpack here. I don't know if it's that Sam has two backpacks or if this one is supposed to be for Katie. Although she had her own luggage, so I'm not sure about that. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it, so either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. And then I assume this is Sam. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to barf? And then, I'm going to assume at this point this is Lonnie. According to Todd, it is pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. Okay, see you then. And the burger is barfing. Lights on, which is good. The smoke detectors work. Till we're getting high in the house, because we have the sloping roofs now. It's kind of nice having the moon coming in through there. Take a moonlight shower. Again, I remember coming here at first and I was like, oh crap, there's blood in the tub. But then I looked over here and it's like, oh, it's hair color.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. It's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
So sure enough, there seems to be a relationship developing here. Yep, toilets work. Just for the record. All the usual stuff that you might expect in a bathroom. Nothing down there on the table. More towels. Oh, this one's broken. Now that had me thinking like, maybe there's something special on the other side, but you can actually see it from this end. Nothing special, it just really is broken. Close that. So, that's clearly Sam's personal bathroom there, because after all, she is a completely independent human being. Lights. Thank you. Alright. Now, this is a very big bedroom, so I'm assuming that this is for the parents. Lots of underclothes, socks, all the usual stuff. And you can tell that it's all, photographs, so nothing to pick up in particular. Although, okay, more awkwardness there. I like how they were. The note was just talking about barfing, and then her comment on seeing the condom was, "Oh, barf." Now this is a little unusual. Apparently, Mother has left her purse behind. That is not something that you would expect under any normal circumstances of someone leaving the house for a little while. Another postcard. This one's looks like from London. Dear Mom, Dad, and Sam, I am in the Channel. This is my second passage through the Channel. I'm on my way back from London, this time going to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the Channel. London was great. Dad, I know you've always wanted to visit, and I think you really should. You'd love it. If you wanted to come back here as a family sometime, I guess I could be convinced. Love you all, Katie. So there appears to be at least a measure of drama going on in the family while Katie was going all about in Europe. Copy of the Bible. Business card. Unknown Dimension Literature. Kaz Publisher. Communications must become total and conscious before we can stop it. That's a bit cryptic. Oops. Get down. Okay. Nope, just close under the bed. Armoire here. Nothing at all. Must be set on VCR input, although you notice that the VCR itself, not here. The connections are there to the TV, but not the VCR itself. So again, a little unusual. All the President's Men, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Fugitive. What do we got here? Inside Edition. Specific episode. The Sound of Music, Swiss Family Robinson. Over here. Bridge over the River Kwai and Silence of the Lambs. More close. Although this one's been pulled all the way out, so we can't close it anymore. More flat textures, so nothing we can really pick up. So I'm assuming that this is Dad's clothes dresser and this is Mom's. Mitten. Caitlin, age 5. Oh, they must have had a cat back in the day. Dirty clothes in the hamper, nothing else. Light. Ah, an older family photo. That must be Sam the baby right there. Ah, something over here. We have a book. Ah, Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass. Collection of poems first released in this form in 1892, but not before it was banned on the grounds of obscenity. Oh, I didn't know that, actually. He died only 2 months after its release. Seeing, hearing, feeling are miracles, and each part and tag of me is a miracle. Bookmark is Timberline Booksellers. Take your time. I'm glad to have it in good hands. Rick. Who is Rick? Again, there's, well, I guess those aren't really paper. Those are divisions in the folder, so I guess it wouldn't be worth reading. And the drawer, there's a letter. Same stationery. Yep, it is Carol. Okay, so it's Jan's friend from college. Oh, honey, let me tell you, I understand how you feel. Bob and I have had our down periods. It's become a bit of a way of life, actually. You get used to each other. You live your own lives in the same house, the kids grow up, then go away. I'm sorry, this isn't helping, is it? Don't worry. Terry will get over whatever is distracting him. Things will go back to normal. And as for Sam being distant, that's a teenager for you. Nothing to worry about. In the meantime, though, this controlled burn, that sounds like quite the adventure. But let's cut to the chase. This new ranger they sent. That's what I want to hear about. Ranger Rick? You have to be kidding me. It's too perfect. You have to tell me everything. And send pictures. I want the whole package. Wait, that sounded wrong. Keep your chin up until Terry is out of his slump. And then in the meantime, write more letters to your old friend Carol. She adores them. So, trouble in the marriage, and a new male acquaintance, shall we say, has stepped into the picture. So again, possibilities for more drama. Ooh, a ghost game. Escape from Ghost Mansion. I wouldn't mind trying that one. Don't think there's anything else here. Nope. So we're going to close this. Alright. I think there's just... Yep, just in here. Oof, big bathroom. Can't open any of the cabinets. Open this one. Nothing particularly unusual. Towels. Oh, interesting. You don't see the slope of the roof on this side of the house. Let me... Ah, there we go. Ugh. After the honeymoon. So again, something that a book that attests to possibly some marital problems. There's nothing that involves turning on any of the faucets that does anything. Again, it's just a detail. Scented candles, but that's pretty much it around here. So that should conclude our look at the master bed and master bath. Alright. So, I think I'll end this recording session here, and when we continue on, we'll just continue exploring the upper level of the house. So, until next time, fellow adventurers, take care.